Mike, you took more of a big picture thing, but this league, you've been around this league a long time, and how quickly things can go from up to down and down to up. The last time you guys saw these Colts 2 years ago was a party over in that stadium, and now 2 years later, you guys are going through, a really difficult stretch. Just in terms of bigger picture for you and what you've seen in this league, how do you ride that idea of how things can change week to week, but also year to year, and how you just kind of, when it gets away from you or when it's rolling, you can see both sides of this league on a weekly basis.
I think you try to do the best you can, just staying in the present, whether you're high, whether you're up, whether you're down, just staying in the present. I think that's probably the most important thing for our players. Continue to improve, continue to find things that we can always get better at. And then, you got to be able to, when things get tough, you really find out a lot about yourself. So you continue to study, you continue to work through and build those relationships, because that pays off for you in the end down the road.
Last week, your offensive line had Jake at the guard. And this week, it's who knows what, because it looks like John Michael is, he's walking in boot the other day. I mean, how much change are you going to see this week?
Yeah, I'm not going to speak on the injury status of it. Dave can hit that for you. But whoever's in there will be ready. We'll be ready to rock and roll. Carm does a great job with that group. James, again, those guys prepared, whether it's guys that have been here for a while or guys who are just stepping in, young guys, old guys, older guys, I should say. But they do a good job. They do a really good job with that, getting those guys prepared.
How did Jake play?
Jake? Oh, yeah. Jake was a bright spot for me. I think seeing a guy, step in, young guy step in, played physical. Sure, there was things that you can get better at, think plays that maybe he missed here or there, but overall, I thought it was a big step forward for him.
What's impressive about Malik the most, Mike?
Yeah, Malik does a lot of really good things, and I think some things, obviously he's been really productive on the field, but off the field in the meetings, studying, we're putting him in a lot of different positions, and he's absorbed all that information from Coach Groh and the coaching staff, and just kind of put his little stamp on it, which is always really pretty cool. But yeah, we ask him to do a lot. Play inside, outside, multiple positions, motions, shifts, and played. We had certain things where he was the wildcat throwing a pass and just making good decisions on that too early in the season. So we've asked him to do a lot. So for a young player, that's impressive.
Why do you think the yards per reception, the ability to get the ball down the field to him hasn't come as consistently as probably he would like or you would like either?
I would say it's a combination. It's just a combination of either catching those balls downfield, which he's done. He's done had a pretty good production downfield, but then it's also the catch and runs. Hitting them in stride and putting them in the right spot where he can make plays after the catch, breaking tackles. It's a lot of things, and that's whether it's protection, whether it's throw, whether it's the route depth, all those things kind of affect that portion of it. So it's hard to pinpoint one thing because football is so flexible on a given play. All those things could be a little bit different.
You look at 1,000 yards as an accomplishment, or 100 catches accomplishment for a rookie. How do you view it?
Yeah, we're not really looking at like those stats per se for like a benchmark. We're just trying to get wins. And that's whatever we got to do to find a way to win, whether it's rushing the ball for a bunch of yards or throwing the ball, whatever that combination is, find a way to win.
With Tyrone, how helpful is it to have someone who's been a receiver, has played running back, but obviously with that touchdown catch, how helpful has it been in this offense where you can use him in so many ways and he's been able to produce like he has so far?
Yeah, and Tyrone's done a really good job in that room with Devin Singletary, kind of the leader of that room, and a long-time vet, been in this offense for a while. And so, Tracy's done a really nice job just, kind of following along, learning his footsteps, learning his routine. He's starting to figure it out as a pro, and he's had a lot of carries. I think to date he's had more carries this year than he had in his 2 previous years combined in college. So, that's also a part of it that you got to, take into account as a coach and evaluate. But again, he's doing a really nice job handling all of it.
And when he can play out of the backfield like that toe tap catch, is that just like, hey, now he can catch out of the back, but he shows that he can put his feet down like a receiver.
That's right. And he had that skill set coming out of college, and which is why we loved him coming out. And so, you can continue to develop that, right? There's still portions of his game that we can develop.